Alright, guys, closed numbers, no answer, mm, uh, hey, I just called Flo, see, what was up with that, see if everything was okay and all, didn't get no answer. Yeah, I'm fine, Flo is. He's that game night tonight, and he said he was going to have that game night thing tonight, and then he didn't come on. So I hope he's all right. No, I left a message on his phone to get a hold of me. There's a lot of other people, so I made the phone call. I He didn't answer his phone or nothing, so we'll see. Hopefully, he'll get back in touch with me tomorrow. I left a message and I also left a text on his phone. Hopefully, if everything's okay or whatever, he'll get in touch with me tomorrow. And I'll be calling that number tomorrow too, as soon as I wake up. No, it's not. Even if like Zach couldn't do the if Zach couldn't do the game night, thing, like he had practice or something elsewhere, he would at least come on long enough to say, "Hey, I." So I'm hoping he's all right. Uh, I guess everybody else went over to Gen T stream, but they come back. I told them I'd be back just in a short. Uh, I don't feel like typing tonight. My, I've been typing nonstop for the last uh, uh, 3 days. So except for long enough to do my little bike trail ride thing. After a while, you get tired of typing. Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was nice. My first ride on the bike, it was nice. I love that bike, hon. I am so happy. I'm ecstatic with it, and and it's light enough I can actually move it around pretty good, pretty easy. It ain't that heavy. I know y'all do, and I love y'all too. Y'all have been so awesome and so supportive to me, Wendy. Uh, I love y'all. Y'all are great. Uh, you have done so much for me in just a very short time. I tell you, y'all treated me like a king. I don't know why. I'm just me. I mean, I just try to do right can. That's all I can do. And but I appreciate y'all. Y'all freaking awesome people. I Well, thank you, Wendy O. Thank you. I just I don't know any other way to be me. So uh, uh, you know that song. That song that Brian King put to educating the public. Oh yeah, it's real warm right now. It's about it's still 80 some degrees. But that song he put with the educating the public, that song hits home so with me. Yeah, you gotta stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. You can't. You gotta. You can't be a puppet, or no. You gotta be your own man, not a puppet on a string. That right there is fucking awesome lyrics right there. That is the most. Uh, that was the most. That's the most truest thing. And my grandpa was used to say, "Don't be a puppet on a string, boy." He used to say that to me. Hey, Icarumba, how are you, bro? I just tried to call Flo. He didn't answer his phone. I know it's a little late. He might have had it off. Uh, uh, but he did almost sober. He didn't answer his phone. He didn't. I texted him. He hasn't texted me back yet. I know he said he was going to do game night tonight. Um, so I'll be calling him first thing in the morning when I get up. Hopefully he'll answer, or he'll be in someone's stream, or he'll be doing something. Or he gets his ass in my stream and lets us know he's okay. One of the two. Yeah, Flo said he was going to do his game night tonight with Zach, and he never came back on. So hopefully he'll either get his ass in one of our streams, either Gen T's or mine. I don't care which. Let us know he's okay. If not, I'll be calling him first thing in the morning and texting him first thing in the morning to see if he's all right. I left a voicemail on his phone and I texted him, so hopefully he's okay. Just something came up or whatever. Right? I'm hoping something just came up and he didn't have a chance to get in touch with us and tell us it came up. Ask away, Icarumba. No, the mosquitoes. There's one thing about mosquitoes. Mosquitoes want stagnant, non-moving water. This river's constantly flowing, flowing and moving. It's probably about anywhere between, yeah, and this river's moving anywhere between 3 to 5 knots. So it's constantly moving and flowing good. And it's generally too fast for the skeeters, so they don't bother you too bad out here on the river. Now, if I were to get off this boat and go inland, the skeeters would try to tote my ass out of them woods because there's a lot of marshy areas and swamp areas that they like to be in. Heck, the skeeters were bad in there even during the day, much less at night. I would not, unless I had like 5 tons of pennyroyal that I could roll around in. I would not eat. I would not even want to be in the woods at night here, or no, they don't. I very rarely have any problems with any biting critters at all. Even the sand gnats don't bother me too bad, and the yellow flies or the horse flies don't bother me too bad here either. Now, every once in a while, like them, now, like what they call a deer fly, it looks like a house fly that bites. Now, them little sons of bitches will come out here, and they'll bite the piss out of you. When they bite you, they draw blood. Uh, I hate them. Yeah, yeah, I hate skeeters too. Caramba, um, I really do. And they carry diseases. That's another thing. You know, a friend of mine's dog just died not too long ago because it got West Nile virus from a skeeter, and it killed the dog stone cold dead. They couldn't pull her out. Yeah, it was. Oh, I tell you what, Wendy O, what's so sad about that? That was his companion for 8 years. Um, uh, um, that he was destroyed over that dog. He's one of the toughest men I've ever met in my life, and he cried when he lost his dog. And I've never seen that man cry in my life of knowing him. And I've known him. I've known that man actually for almost 8 years. So, and he's a tough son of a bitch, and they're as tough as they come. But when he lost his dog, he cried. So, um, that that so I don't like skeeters myself. Don't like ticks either. Uh, but unfortunately, it's a thing of life out here. Hey, that's funny. Uh, if I cried every time I stumped my toes, I'd be crying probably almost 17 hours out of a day. I'm constantly stomping my toes. My toes are sitting here. Most of my toes are crooked and bent and everything from me stumping my toes and breaking them. I just don't scuff them up. I break them when I stump my toes or dislocate them, whatever. uh, yeah, the snakes you got to be careful about, especially like when I'm off in the woods, Wendio. Like if you like when I went up to sit on that log this morning, I was the first thing I did was say, "Well, I better look for rattlesnakes. Make sure there ain't no rattlesnakes around." You know, um, there's a lot of snakes out here in these woods out here. On the water, sometimes you'll see a banded water snake. Water moccasins ain't so bad. Uh, on the river here, again, it flows too fast for what the water moccasins like. When they can go into the swamps and stay in the swamps, they prefer it there because their preferred meal is frogs, and frogs uh, stay in them holes and stuff. Yeah, yours feel like they break when you stump them. I. That's funny. Yeah, them. Yeah, you got to get up around Tallahassee. I'm a little bit too far south to see too many copperheads, and here I'm at the very extreme southern edge of the copperheads territory. They're more up north snakes, but rattlesnakes they're everywhere. Coral snakes don't bother me because you got to really play with a coral snake, and then it's got to find a real soft spot on you to hurt you. Um, because they don't even have fangs. Coral snakes don't even have fangs, and they got to bite and gnaw and chaw just to get the poison into you. Now if you do allow them to do that, that's about the equivalent of getting bit by a king cobra, and that ain't fun. Wow, 3 people bit already this year. That's a lot of people in a year. Yeah, yeah, we got all of them except for the copperheads. Like I said, we're a little bit where I'm at. I'm a little too far south for them. I've not seen a copperhead since I've been there. I ain't saying they ain't here. Hey, Triple X, I tried to call Flo. Triple X, he didn't answer the phone and he didn't answer my text. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If he don't get a hold of me tonight, I will try to get a hold of him again tomorrow. First thing when I wake up. I left the message on his phone to get in touch with me. Let me know. Yeah, I seen him a couple of times in streams today too, and he was in my stream this morning. When I did my bike ride. He said he was going to do the game night tonight, and then he never showed. So I'm a little worried about him. I'm just hoping something came up to where he just couldn't do the game night tonight, and couldn't get online to tell us. So that's what I'm hoping. But I'm gonna. Oh yeah, yep. That's right. I Yep, yep. You were in there. Yep, that was the last time actually seen him. Yeah, but I caramba, he would normally at least get on and say, hey, we ain't having game night tonight, you know. So that's why I'm a bit worried about him, you know. So I thought the same thing. Well, maybe Zach just couldn't do it, but yeah, that's right. You did, and I tried to do that. Damn. But you got to remember, my mom used to tell me I couldn't walk and chew gum at the same time. So I was doing good. I was reading chat, I was riding a bike, and I was holding that phone, and I didn't wreck. So that was good for me. And I was in a couple of spots was pretty sugar sandy, and so it's hard to keep a bike upright in sugar sand. I'm glad it's got them wider tires on it and all. That bike is awesome. I love it. uh, yeah, you never had that before, huh? Never had three bikes before in your thing. Hey, hi, eyes wide open. Uh, glad you got to come in. If y'all wondering about Flo and him after him saying that, yeah, I'm pretty sure he will call if nothing's wrong. Triple X, phone. I hate my phone. Hoping, he said he night, and then no Flo. He didn't even get on to say he wasn't able to do the game. So I'm hoping he's all right. And I'll, sorry, my phone buffered there for a second. My phone gets stupid every now and again. So I called him tonight. I left him a message to get a hold of me on his phone, and I left a text message. Yeah, same here, Triple X. I agree. That damn these pigs have gotten out of control. Uh, Bale's back in jail. Uh, He would not accept their deal. As he was walking out the door, they tried to put an ankle bracelet on him and tell him he couldn't get on any media or any social media sites uh, or uh, um, or or even play his PlayStation. He couldn't even play his PlayStation because it hooks up to the internet. Is what they tried to do. So Bao turned around and said he wasn't going to do that, and they promptly arrested him again and put him back in jail. So, um, and that was after he posted bail. So, needless to say, they just stole his bail, stole the bail money, and they put him back in jail because he wouldn't bow down to what they wanted him to do. Yeah, yeah, it's BS. You're right, y'all. Yeah, I agree. Couldn't believe what I was hearing there. That shit was so bad. Um, yeah. Well, the thing is, I seen it coming on that. Yeah. All government is getting out of fucking control. You're right, I caramba. The whole government system is. I mean, and and they thought it's like. I mean, if you don't believe that, look at what the government did up there at the Bundy Ranch. Uh, um, they tried to tell a man that he owed the government over $1 million, and then they tried to say the land that he was grazing his cattle on was belonged to the Bureau of Land Management, and he had paperwork in the courthouse proving the government gave him that land, and there was never no paperwork signed stating that him or anyone in his family has ever gave back the land to the government. Yeah, the government gave him that land, gave his family that land back in the 1800s. Okay, and so he was legal to. Oh no, he didn't, Icaramba. He did not. His land, that was his fucking land. It was his family's land for since the 1800s. They found the paperwork in the courthouse, and that's why that shit got dropped like a hot potato by the government, and they left. And they ain't said another word about the Bundy Ranch. He didn't owe them shit. His family don't owe them shit. That's why that shit got dropped like a hot potato. I kept up with Sheriff Mack on that. Sheriff Mack, I've met that man personally. Um, Up there in Missouri when we were doing the Whitewater Rivershed Water Act thing. Uh, yeah, they call him Sheriff Mack, but he ain't a sheriff. He used to be a sheriff, and he quit when from what I understand, he found some info on Obama and him not being a United States citizen. He had hard proof on it, not just hearsay proof or speculation proof or guessing proof. He had actual hard evidence, and his family had to go into hiding for about 5 months because the government was after him and his family to try to kill them. He got several lawyers involved, and they got that off of him and got him to back off. But Sheriff Mack found that he was the one who found that document in the courthouse, as a matter of fact, from the 1800s, that his family owned the land that they were grazing the cattle on. So the man ain't a sheriff no more because He had that happen to him with Obama. So don't think our government ain't corrupt, people, from the top down. Y'all could go back and look at that stuff on Sheriff Mack. I think he still has some of that shit out there on YouTube and all that. He may have taken it down by now. I doubt it though. He's very much for our people, everybody having their rights and everything else too. Oh, I believe it, Isaiah, and I seen it. Yeah, I know, caramba. Believe me, I know. Yeah, that's scary shit. I watched that video, eyes wide open. Yeah, California just passed through their state senate that they can censor all social media now. And what's scary about that, and I keep saying this, and what's scary about the censorship, them doing that, is California is a law starter state. If they can't get a law started anywhere but in California, that's where they're going to get it started. And then in 10 years from now, almost every state has adopted the law. Okay, it may sometimes even sooner. Yeah, and that's scary. I think we're going to have some major problems come down when that happens. I have a feeling. And no one was there to fight against it either. They didn't. Evidently, either the people of California didn't care, or they didn't put it out to where the people could find it, or something. But see, that's why I always preach. You got to keep an eye on your big government just as much. Believe me, I'm going to be doing that. As much as I can get and as much as I can do. It's still, I was watching that. They even asked if there was any opposition to it or anything else like that, and asked for anybody to speak against it and everything. But there was no one there. Heck, not even all their state senators were there. Eyes wide open. I ain't worried about water and food. I know how to get that. Let me give you a little crash course on all about cash. Yep. Eyes wide open. Let me give you a little crash course on how to get fresh water. The easiest way to do it. The Marines are taught to do this too, and you don't need no chemicals or anything for it. You take a pant leg. I called. I didn't get no answer, Gen T. I did not. I left a voicemail to call me as soon as possible. I also texted him, asked him if he was okay. I ain't had an answer back from the text. So I'll be trying to get in touch with him tomorrow if he don't get in touch with me first. But back to a quick and easy way to get fresh water, even out of nasty water. Find some hardwood trees like oak, whatever like that. Find hardwood trees like oak or that. Burn it. Get the charcoal out of it. Find a little bit of sand, and you put a layer of sand, then you put a layer of charcoal, then you put a layer of sand, you put a layer of charcoal. Do that, and then run your water through that, and you just made yourself a sand charcoal filter that'll clean off your water. If you don't trust that much, still think you might get bacteria or whatever, depending on how dirty your water is. After you run it through that sand charcoal filter, boil it. Then you just made what they call distilled water. Oh, you're streaming too? Oh, cool. Um, yeah, real quick, simple, easy way. Oh, no problem, Shanna, and thanks for showing up, hon. Yeah, I just got a new sub today. That was Shanna Hona. I believe that's how you say that, Hona. Uh, she was in uh, shit, News Now Ohio stream, and I subbed her there, and she subbed me back. I'm glad she's here in the stream. Uh, so that's just a quick, easy tip on getting yourself some fresh water. It's the reason I learned it is I'm here in a hurricane area. Honey, okay, Honey, okay, that's pretty. Shauna Honey. Okay, there you go. Yeah, they are. You ain't kidding, I caramba. Um, uh, they Hey, oh my God, I caramba. Yeah, they're trying to come full throttle, Shauna. You're right. Hey, News Now America. Hi, Tay Lynn. How are you? News Now America. I watched your stream today. That was a good stream, bud. Um, uh, Thank y'all for coming in. Yeah, the reason I learned about that stuff for getting fresh water, I live in a hurricane state. And you never know when a hurricane's going to hit. And Shauna, right now, I believe I am very blessed. It's still a good stream, News Now America. I appreciated it. And I hope you keep on doing that while you're trucking like that. That's freaking awesome, bro. But yeah, even if you don't ever have to use it because the government goes stupid, it's always good to know. Okay, Tay. It's always good to know stuff like that so you can have fresh water. You never know when a natural disaster is going to hit. I mean, and then you're without water and then you're without food. It's always good to also look in, while you got internet, don't try to do it after a natural disaster happens. Try to look on the internet while you got it, or get books, check out books at your local library, whatever. And find out what plants in your area are edible. Learn how to do little snare traps, make little snare traps, things like that. So that way you know what you can eat out of the wild. Thank you, Shauna. You have a great night, and thank you for the support, hon. And you try to have a great night, and I hope everything stays blessed for you. Yes, yes, New Now America, you are right. Believe me, it's an acquired taste, though. Green. Hugs back, GT. Um, uh, The greens off of dandelion is a taste that you got to get used to because it's definitely got a different taste to it, but it will help sustain you, um, and it's good for you. By the way, it's got a lot of antioxidants in it. Yes, sir. You sure can. Um, and if you don't want to get the craps from it, because here's something I learned a long time ago. Uh, people go out to their gardens and just pick greens right off the plant and then boil them up and serve them, and then they get the shits. Uh, if you want to keep that from happening, boil them off a couple of times. You sit there, you boil them, pour the water off, and then boil them again. Do that 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I always do it 4 times, Shauna. That's what my grandma taught me, but triples are better, just as good, I think. Uh, um, that way you won't get the shits. And believe me, the dandelions will give you shits if you don't boil it off. So remember that. Uh, you don't want to be trying to, poke salad is another good thing. Again, you got to boil that stuff off. It does have some, it's a very low dose of it in the leaves, but it can build up in your body. Poke salad has strychnine in it. Um, yes, I have News Now America. I like it. Acorns make some of the best bread you ever want to eat, depending on the acorns you use. Down here, we got little scrub oaks that don't make bread worth of crap because it's very bitter and very tart. But if you can find a white oak tree that has the big acorns on it, now that white oak tree makes some of the best bread you ever wanted to have from acorns. Good for you, good healthy for you too. Uh, yeah, TP is right. You're right. Eyes wide open. That's how I grew up too. We always had our own vegetable garden and everything else like that. Mom would always can our vegetables. Yeah, you're right, Shauna. Uh, uh, I just assume do less work and try to find me a white oak or a red oak. I'm lazy like that. But you're right. You can boil off the acorns and it'll make the acorns taste better. But also there, like down here in Florida, we got a lot of palmettos. Too many palmettos up north. You know what I mean? Um, and we can eat the hearts out of the palmettos or the palm trees. It's called heart of palm or swamp cabbage, whatever you want to call it. It's really good. But you're fresh out of palm trees and palmettos up north. So that's why I say uh, always look into your area uh, when you're trying to learn edible foods in the way of vegetables and things like that, because you guys might have something up there that I don't have down here. Uh, okay, Genty, that's up to you. uh, um, so that's why I say that. Always learn how to make little snare traps. A little snare trap gets you some meat on your table if you're a meat eater. you know, which I am. Uh, um, so thank you, Shauna. God bless to you too, and you have a great rest of your night, Shauna. Hey, Eggs, how are you doing? If y'all ain't subscribed to Shauna, go ahead and subscribe to her. She has some neat little videos about the chemtrails on her stuff. Uh, Flo did not call me back. I tried to get a hold of him. He didn't answer his phone. He hasn't called me back or text me back. I don't know. I know first thing in the morning I will be checking. You're welcome, Shauna, very much. Uh, um, uh, but I'll be calling him first thing in the morning if I don't hear from him tonight. I was hoping he might come in here on the live stream or on Jen's live stream or something. Uh, I just hope it's something came up or he may have just forgot about game night tonight or something. You know, I hope that's all it is. Uh, so hopefully you'll get a hold of me first thing in the morning. Incoming, watch out, it's a fallen bomb. Hey, fallen bomb bro, how are you doing? uh, I really enjoyed doing my interview with you, fallen bomb. That was a good time for me. Thank you. Yeah, you're probably right, Eggs. He probably did. He probably. Good night, Shauna. You try to have a good night's sleep. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Well, you tell little man I say hi. He's a neat little kid. I hope he calmed down a little bit for you, Jen T. I know he was going a little wild when we were talking earlier on the phone. Oh, he's still hyper, huh? Damn. He'll start winding down probably here soon, though, Jen. uh, I got my generator going again, guys. I love that generator. It's freaking awesome. I'm charging up our last battery on the boat. So that was very oh, is he watching me? Oh, good. I like that little man. He's a good kid. I don't I don't know if y'all saw it or not. I hope I captured it. That would have could have got that on film. I tried. She startled me. But when I was out there riding my bike out there in them woods and coming back to go ahead and end the stream, There was a deer. If I was going any faster on my bike, that deer was so close I would have ran her over if uh, um, I would have run that deer over. You know. So I know about poke salad, falling bombs. She knew a little bit about it. We talked about it before you got in here. Oh, I bet you that's funny as heck, Eggs. You should record that and then put it out as a recording so we could watch that, Eggs. That'd be funny as heck. I love watching dogs do that. All right, Gen T. Yeah, we had a little survival course thing right before you came in. I gave everybody a pointer on how to get fresh water quick and easy. I mean, it sounds like a little bit of work, but it ain't that hard to do. And that's if you don't have no that's if you don't have any handheld filters or anything. You know, poke salad, Annie. You ain't right, I crumble. The way to do that is you find some hardwood like oak and all that. You burn it to where it's charcoal, not ash, and then put it and make it go out. Find a little bit of sand and you use a pant leg off your pants. The Marines are taught this on how. The Marines are taught how to do this. This is where I learned it from. Was Marine. You take that charcoal. You take first. You take sand. Then you put a layer of charcoal. Then you put sand, and then a layer of charcoal, and then a layer of sand on top of that. And run your water through that, and you just made yourself a charcoal filter, sand and charcoal filter. And if you're still afraid of your water, if you think there's a lot of bacteria in your water, which that'll take a lot of the bacterias and a lot of the nasty and all that out of your water, boil it. And then you just made distilled water. So you still got good fresh water that way. I also said get on the internet and things like that. Learn what your plants are in your area that you can eat, and things like that. And if you're a meat eater, learn how to make a little small snare traps, things like that, so you can have some meat on your table too. You know, learn to. Hey, China Lynn, how are you, hon? Uh, so that's what we were talking about there a little bit. Fallen bomb. A lot of people. A lot of people don't know that stuff, and then they have a bad natural disaster happen, and then they're sitting there dying of hunger and they're dying of thirst. Uh, so um, it would probably, I mean, even if our government don't turn everything upside down and we go to hell in a handbasket, uh, all right, Gen T, even if our government don't turn the world upside down and we go to hell in a handbasket, it's still good to know because you never know when a natural disaster is going to hit you. Um, look what happened to Joplin, Missouri. Joplin, Missouri had been there for years and years and years, never had a tornado touch them. And then all of a sudden, boom, the whole town's almost wiped off the face of the earth in less than 20 minutes or an hour, you know. You never know when that happens. I took the time to learn that because I grew up in a Native American community, and I also live in Florida. You never know when a hurricane's going to hit here and wipe everything out. So, uh, I went through a Category 2 hurricane. That's the strongest I've ever been through. Um, and, and it still knocked out all the power. It knocked out everything. And we were cooking over an open fire, and we were getting water right out of the lake out in the back of the house. So I mean, that's how we cooked, and that's how we had our food. I caught 3 turkeys. I ain't gonna tell you how I caught 3 turkeys, because if I do, I could go to jail for federal offense. So, hey, News Now Canuck, how are you, sexy man? The sexy beast Canuck just came in the house. Yeah, Falling Bombs on Freedom TV right now, guys. If you ain't subscribed to Freedom TV, subscribe to it. Falling Bombs, awesome. He's a good man, and he's there to help us out. He's trying to get us to where uh, our messages might be noticed and things like that, because try to get us some subscribers, things like that. Um, uh, he's really cool. I know I enjoyed my time getting to talk to him and doing the Easy 7 with him. Um, well, Fallen Bomb, I hate to hear that. That sucks. Yeah, did you ever get that weird ass phone call you got last night? Figured out, Fallen Bomb. That was a weird ass freaky thing, dude. I'm like, uh, yeah, that was the weirdest. Okay, so what was it about, y'all? If someone cleaned it up, is there a video? If there's a video, put the link out there for us, please. Because I'd like to know what that was all about. And I could tell that it was Mexican. Some of it was hemming. Yeah, that's what I figured. It sounded like there was 3 different files overlaid on each other. Um, that's what I was hearing, at least. So, Tay, is there a video or anything where they might have done that, so we know exactly what was going on there, maybe, or anything? Where'd it come from, Canuck? Okay, Tay, cool. You forgot one in there, Fallen Bomb. One of them was also uh, flipped up or fill up or Felipe or whatever his name, Hemingway or whatever, too. I know that for a fact. I knew that. I knew that. Okay, Tay, cool. Yeah, Lemming, that's it. Well, there was also another part in their news now, Canuck, that wasn't from the traffic stop. Part of that that was very plain audio that you could hear real plain was from when he did his talk about News Now Houston in that straight up blatant bullshit live video on News Now Houston, and that's all it was. Yeah, it was overlays. News Now Canuck. I knew that, and I just like to know who did it. I don't know if you got set up there or if someone was just trying to get more shit started or whatever. That's true, News Now Canuck. That was definitely on purpose because to make them overlays like that, you got to make it and know you're doing it. Yeah, I thought so too at first when I went back and looked at the replay of that fallen bomb because I came in. Jen came in. I was live streaming when you had that happen. Jen came in and said, "Hey, fallen bomb has a weird ass phone call," and I jumped out of live stream as quick as I could to come over there and see what you had. Hey, Wobbly Boost, good day to you too. Glad you got to come in, Wobbly. Australia is being represented in the House. That's funny. uh, man, oh man. It's nice to have a nice bright light in the house. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Canuck. Yeah, Fallen Bomb, that was something we didn't work out, bro. Um, we didn't work out you getting me getting your number so I could call you too. I'm gonna call you tomorrow while you're offline still, and see about getting your number, bro. I'd love to be able to keep in touch with you if if anything happens, whatever. Thank you, Eggs. I just told everything I felt from my heart. Yeah, I got that number. I'll call you tomorrow so I can get your personal number. And that way you'll also have mine just in case. You know, it's good to be able to have a phone tree, I guess you could call it. Yeah, it is, ain't it, Eyes? Hold on. Dang it, falling bomb. Throw a number at me and I can't even freaking, I don't even have paper in hand. Okay. Three, zero, 1, 3, 1. All right, Fallen Bomb, if you want to, there we go, I got that number. All right, China. Yeah, China Lynn's a great person. I love China Lynn to death. So, but yeah, eyes wide open. That's that. The night sounds out here is so freaking awesome. I love listening to it. It helps put me to sleep. Um, so, and I'm telling you now, I am totally blessed to live out here on this river like this. I don't have to put up with idiots on the land. I don't have to. Uh, I I just get to stay out here and enjoy my life, type thing. Yeah, well, unless there was unless there was something that was pretty incriminating on it, then it ain't worth the time. Wobbly. So I understand where you're coming from there. Uh, likes to watch Kung Fu. That was funny. All right, cool. Um, I'm glad it was just a bunch of bullshit. Probably someone doing a troll thing. try to confuse people, things like that. Or try to cause more division and shit like that in the ranks. I get tired of that division thing. If y'all heard me on Falling Bombs, you heard what I had to say about the deal. If you don't like the person and all that, don't sub to them, and let them self-destruct themselves if they want to keep doing it. No. Nah. Get my phone off that. Alright, Eggs, you try to have a great night's sleep, and we will see you tomorrow. You ain't kidding, eyes wide open. There are, wear a helmet. Yeah, you ain't kidding on that, eyes. I am firsthand. I have firsthand experience of that eyes. The new bike, a generator that I'm running right now, got nice, good, bright lights in the house, charging batteries for the boat, things like that. God dang. That shows you how good this community is. Texas Vet was very helpful to me. I wished I had some money to send back to him. I know he had his shit stolen at Leon Valley. And I would like to, I hope Texas Vet gets some of his stuff back. If anything, get him a phone back in his hand. I mean, he was down there supporting our auditors, and down there doing an audit himself. He's a good man. He's a good, kind-hearted man. Get a hold of Flo, and if you want to help him out, try to get at least a phone back in his hand so he can do more stuff, things like that. Get a hold of Flo and ask him if he could help you get him some money. Get him a camera or something, try to get him a cheap camera, if anything, Leon Valley took all his shit, so. And he's a good man. He, just before he went to Leon Valley, he sent this generator, that I'm using right now. He sent this generator and paid for all the shipping and handling on it and everything else like that. That's why I wished I had some money right now. I've been trying to get some little odd and end jobs together just so I could send him a little bit myself, or try to. I might get some little odds and end jobs here shortly, so I know I want to try to get him a little extra cash in his pocket. So any help for him would be great. I got a PayPal. I'm still waiting on my card to get here and things like that, so I can't even use the PayPal yet. But it don't matter on that. Flo has a way to collect a little bit of cash if you're willing to help him. Just let him know you're sending that to Texas Vet. Hey Jody, how are you doing, bro? If y'all ain't subbed to him yet, Jody's my good friend. He was the one when we were eating. at the pavilion at the park when me and Flo met. Uh, uh, so yeah, there you go. And I know he went live stream today. Uh, uh, so Jody's learning how to do all this stuff too, so he can talk and do things. Jody's a good man too, guys. I've known him for 3.5 years. He's one of the first people I met out here on this river, and he's treated me with respect and kindness ever since I met him. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you will be when that boat's in there. I can't wait to. I can't wait to see you get it out here. Jody, if you want to sub anybody in this room, these are all good people, Jody. Good people that are very helpful in the community. Very helpful. They were very helpful to me. So go ahead and sub to them. I showed you how to do the sub. Remember, just tap that little thumbnail next to their name. It'll bring it up. Go to their channel, and then hit subscribe. That's how you do that. But Jody's still sort of new to this. He, uh, but he's learning. He's learning pretty quick on how to get this phone thing going and things like that. But I love y'all. I really do. Y'all been so helpful and so kind to me. Uh, y'all blow my mind. You really do. You know. So I'm hope. You know. You know. You know what Flo sort of reminds me of. Well, thank you, News Now, Canuck. I don't know what I've done to deserve it. Oh, okay. If she comes back in here, we'll welcome back, Genty. Well, if she comes back in here, Fallen Bomb, we'll make sure to let her know to call you back. Thank you, Fallen Bomb. I'm just me, guys. What you see is what you get. I I ain't nothing special, I don't think. Uh, uh, Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. You're all great people. You really are. Every one of y'all. I love y'all. You made my heart jump with joy. You make my heart jump with joy. You all make me. Yeah, I'm so special. I rode the little yellow bus to school, Jen. Yep, I am me. Wobbly. I don't. I don't. I don't. Sugarcoat nothing. I don't. Play around with anything. I just try to be me. Yes, that was me. I was licking the hell out of that window, Canuck. Damn it. uh, but yes, Winter Liquors Unite. Yes. Eyes wide open. I hope everything goes good with you at the doctor's. And eyes wide open. You're a great person. I consider myself lucky to have you as a friend. You've been nothing but a friend to me and been nice to me since I met you. So I consider myself a very lucky person to have you as a friend. Eyes wide open. Uh, so you try. I hope the doctor thing goes well for you, and you sleep well tonight. Good night, hon. You know, part of the reason I come on here as much as I do is y'all make me feel like I'm around. Uh, Even though I ain't next to you, and sitting there talking to you, it makes me feel like I'm right next to family. Uh, I love you too, Taylin. You're awesome, girl. Uh, you all, y'all are just so awesome. Uh, Y'all make me feel like I'm sitting right next to family, having you in my living room when I'm on live stream. Uh, it's like having y'all here for a cup of coffee with me and stuff. uh, so that's why I try to do the live streams I do and things like that. Well, Taylin, I feel the same way. I'm just me. I don't see how I'm awesome. I don't see where I'm awesome by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just me, and I try to do what's right by people. That's all I can do, and I want to do right by everybody I can when I can, how I can. Uh, but I can tell you now, this is one thing I do know for a fact. As they say, good or bad, comes to you. Um, or God blesses you, or don't bless you. However you want to look at it. I look at it as God blessed me by bringing me to this community, uh, and meeting you all. You all have been a blessing to me, every one of y'all. Um, and that's the way I look at y'all. You're a blessing. Uh, you you've helped me find a little bit of purpose. You know, uh, a little bit of a purpose to do stuff. Things to fight for, reasons to fight for, um, and knowing that there's other people that were like-minded like me, uh, uh, really did my heart good to find y'all. So And that's why I love News Now Houston so much. If it weren't for him, yep, Taylin with her sexy rich. uh, um, I that's why I like News Now Houston so much, and no one messes with News Now Houston around me, um, because he was the one who got me to come to this community, as I said in my interview and everything. He's the one who got me to come here. Um, and I watched all his stuff. Almost every video that he's done, I've watched. I might not have left many comments on his stuff or whatever, but he always got a like from me, always. You know, um, and he was the one who brought me to this community and helped these blessings come upon me. So I know now Houston can't be all bad, like some people try to say he is, because that would have never happened if he was. You know, and I don't, and I know, and I'll protect him just as much as I'll protect any one of y'all in this room. And I don't know if he appreciates it or not. I don't care if he appreciates it or not. It's just the way I am. Uh, I hope he appreciates it, but still. Too bad, Wobbly Boost. I've been Googling I and Taylin for a while now. Yeah. Taylin and Taylin, you are an awesome person. You work hard in this community. Uh, you work hard. You do a lot for this community. Same as the rest of the mods. China, Lynn, Gen T, she's just now starting to become a mod, uh, hot and heavy, and she's been doing a good job. All our mods are great people and do a good job. Yeah, you're right on that, Wobbly Boost. It is damn hard not googly on I heard. Uh, yes, China's awesome. So is Gen T. Uh, all our mods. Even different mods on different channels are awesome. They try their best to do their best. And I I have no problem with any of our mods. They're good people. No, thank you, Tay. If it weren't for people like you and China and Jen and anybody else, Wolfman might not have been able to do what he was able to do. You know what I'm saying? He might not have been able to help get James and Bow out of the fucking slammer. He might not have been able to help get other people out. Things like that. You see what I'm saying? So no, thank you for doing that. Y'all stepped up and hit a home run. All you guys did. You all were working your asses off. If you weren't getting information for Wolfman, you were knocking the trolls out of his damn stream. And believe me, y'all had your hands full on that troll situation. I was watching that. Oh my God, the trolls were awful in Wolfman's stream. So, I mean, y'all were going above and beyond any call that should have been called on you. Uh, um, and so, honestly, I don't think Wolfman could have been able to accomplish what he accomplished without you all behind the scenes. And so we should all be thanking you all, uh, because y'all had the backup information. If one of y'all didn't have the information, someone else, one of the other moderators did. You see what I'm saying? Whoever didn't have it at the time or couldn't get it at the time, someone else was able to jump into it. Yeah, I agree, Wobbly. uh, so, and that goes to show you what I also when I also say, uh, what I also say, we're all important out there, from the littlest to the biggest. There's always a place for us, and we're all just as important. I don't look at Black Label no more important than Jody, okay, in this community. Because even though Jody's still learning and he's still getting to know what this community's about and everything else like that, but he's learning and taking the time to learn it. He's he knows there's problems with the police and everything else, and now he's supporting us guys. So that makes him just as important as Black Label, who tries to get everybody's channel out and everything else like that. Fallen Bomb, you're fitting in quite well, bro. As far as I'm concerned, you are. I love your channel. I love listening to your people call. I hated that some of the people stood you up. Damn lighter didn't want to light. I've just been complimenting y'all as moderators and things like that, and explaining to everybody that y'all are just everybody's important in this community. You know, uh, uh, I know they probably had their reasons, Fallen Bomb. I just hated it. I look forward to hearing your calls, and things like that. It makes for a good day for me. It makes me see how things are. Yeah, I was complimenting y'all, letting y'all y'all went above. You had a hell of a hard time with Wolfman's stream this last weekend with all the trolls getting information to people who needed information, everything else like that. And Flo, according to Fallen Bomb, Flo helped him get get a hold of Boomer, so he could get where he needed to go during the Leon Valley fiasco bullshit thing going on. Okay, so I mean, people were stepping up everywhere. That shows me it don't matter who you are. Uh, from the littlest to the biggest, we are all. Yeah, that was sort of funny, Tay. I'm glad it got I'm glad that thing got unmodded real quick though, because it was kicking people out of his stream that didn't need to be kicked out. Uh, um, but yeah, it was sort of funny. But I am glad it got nipped in the bud pretty quick though too. Yeah, it did. It did, Tay. Um, I but I was just that just shows to prove though every one of us have a spot in this community. Um, uh, we all help each other in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I understand, Tay. Uh, um, that was that was a quick strike, and I'm glad I hope they enjoyed it right off the bat, because they didn't enjoy it long. Yeah, you did, Gen T. And I was proud of y'all this weekend. And honestly, like I said earlier, I don't think without you all, China, Tay, Jen, all of you guys that were moderating that room, I don't know. I don't know if Wolfman could have pulled that off without y'all. Because them trolls would have taken over quick without y'all, and then the stream would have had to die. You know what I'm saying? So I agree on both that free bow and let loose our bow movement. Uh, um, this shit's getting old with him. And it ain't Bow's fault. It's the fucking cops' fault and the judges' fault and shit like that. Um, I oh, yeah, that Cheryl Hardy. Um, yeah, that town's pretty crooked. You ain't kidding, Fallen Bomb. I couldn't believe what they tried to do. Uh, I couldn't believe what they tried to do to Bow at right there trying to release him. That shit was fucking retarded. But I also understand why Bow went back into jail. I wouldn't have accepted that shit. Um, yeah, be careful of that lightning now. Don't let your appliances get hit either. You know. Uh, that was straight up. If you ask me, that was also straight up extortion. Uh, uh, um, because ba- they paid for the bail, okay, and then they did that to Bow, more than likely knowing he would not accept it. I agree, Wobbly. I agree. Uh, um, hey, Red River, welcome back. Uh, um, the yeah, that was straight up extortion because they set him up to knowing that he'd probably refuse them and not take that deal, so they extorted his money from him and the money that James and Gunner put up for him. It was flat out extortion, if you ask me. Um, and And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, ethics, James and Gunner, yes, they all put up that money, and they extorted that money. As far as I'm concerned, they have literally not just kidnapped Bao, they took him hostage, and they're trying to get a ransom out of Bao now. Is what they're doing, and I think it's bullshit. Well, I'm glad you're here, Red River. I know you're great company too, bro. And like I've said before, you're more than welcome in my stream anytime. Uh, um, I hope well, one thing that I was sort of happy to hear, I think I heard James say that the lawyer, it was either James or Gunner. I think it was Gunner, maybe. Uh, one of them said that he may be out on Friday, and because the lawyer thinks that can happen on Friday, and there won't be no terms and conditions. Uh, because so that's what I'm hoping too. Uh, uh, because them were unreasonable terms and conditions for a man like Bao. I don't think so. Uh, the GPS tracker, and then they even went as far to say he couldn't even play his PlayStation. Come on, that's some fucked up shit. Uh, um, you know, I agree. Yeah, I agree, Wobbly Boost. That's straight up hot air. I think James hit it on the head with his personal opinion. There was probably a conflict of interest there. I'm sure the judge knew the other judge that got Bao put in there and put back in there with them terms and conditions. Needless to say, um, that would make conflict of interest, if they knew each other. But can't prove it, so it is my personal opinion as well. But I'm glad I don't share I ain't the only one that has that personal opinion, and there's other people that share that personal opinion with me. All right, Fallen Bomb, no problem. Take care of the doggy. We understand. Oh, Red River. From what I've seen of Bow's more than strong enough. Bow will not bow to anybody. I do not believe. If he does, it would just totally shock and surprise me. Uh, um, I don't see him even taking a plea bargain or anything. I just don't see that happening with him. So he and I think he's a good person. I really do. Uh, and he ain't gonna let some punk wannabe judge tell him what he can and can't do. Okay, I understand, Tay. You go to bed, hun, and you sleep good, girl. We love you, and enjoy your night and get yourself some rest. I know you got a lot to do. See, that's another thing that's awesome about Tay, if you ask me. She don't only try to help out here in this community. She's got her mom living with her, and she takes care of her mom. That's fucking awesome, people. It's so easy to throw people in a nursing home and forget about them. You know, and Tay ain't doing that, and I got respect for that. I did the same thing for my mom to keep her out of a nursing home. I uprooted myself. I gave up a really good job and everything else, and I went back up to Missouri and lived up in Missouri for 4 years before my mom passed away. Um, and I'm glad I did that. Because my sister and the guy that my mom was with were trying to throw her in a nursing home. My mom kept our grandma, or well, my great grandma, from going to a nursing home. She taught me and my sister not to do that to our elders, you know. And then my sister tried to turn around to do that to her. That pissed me off. Uh, so, uh, so there's one of many reasons why I don't like my sister anymore. Uh, um, you know, and I haven't talked to her in almost, wanting to say, 8 years now. So she just keeps adding on to the reasons why I dislike her and won't talk to my sister anymore. But that's her problem. Her life, it's gonna come back on her. Her whole entire life's gonna come back on her. I would not want to be. I would not want to be in her shoes and have what's coming down the pike for her. Uh, well, Red River. I'm sure you had your reasons for not doing that. You know, I know I'm considered the black sheep of my family. Always have been. But I've always stood on the side of the right, even if it was against my family, because family ain't always right. Oh, man, the Red River, that was really cool though of you to make sure Fallen Bomb got down there to Texas, bro. That was cool of you to do that. By the way, I wanted to express that to you. Um, that made you tops in my book, bro. Uh, uh, Not many people are willing to help people out like that. So I'm glad you did that. Even if you, even if you did, even if you did think he was going to strangle you or whatever. Yes, it was a very important mission, Red River, and it looks like now, in the long run, people went through hell to begin with, but now it's looking like in the long run, y'all might have broke a ring of tyranny that needed to be broke a long time ago. So, because the more I hear, the more and see about that. Uh, wow, that's freaking awesome, Red River, that you did that. Did that for Bomb. It really is. That that's just awesome. That's it, Wobbly Boost. You're right. Perseverance and perseverance and patience, that helps a lot. Well, that's good. It sounds like that worked for both of y'all there. Keeping him awake, getting him down there, and you by telling the stories and and things like that. That was a good partnership. Don't we all, Fallen Bomb? He thought you were going to run out of stories. But you two are great. Thank you for going down there and representing. Uh, I'm proud of everybody that went down there that represented the whole community. So well, that's good. I'm glad y'all got to laugh and have a good time too. That's part of it. Um, you know, I've had to do some important things in my life to help with the Native American community and things like that. But one thing my uncle always did. See, I worked with for the Native Americans a lot with my uncle before he passed away. Um, and one of the things he always did before we went to go do something important was always tried to make us laugh. So when we went in there, we were lighthearted and instead of ready to just crunch and kill people. Um, because if you go in lighthearted, you listen better and everything else. You do things better for yourself. You make yourself look more educated because you ain't frustrated right off the bat and wanting to cuss, whatever. So honestly, it's great. It was great that y'all laughed all the way down there and then got serious when you got there. I feel as though you represented me. I really do. You all represented me very well there, as far as I'm concerned. Uh, you and Fallen Bomb both, Red River. And I'm damn proud that you helped to represent me. Because I couldn't be there. Believe me, I wanted to. I wanted to be there so bad. I was trying to find ways to try to make extra money so I could get a Greyhound ticket to get there. Uh, um, and all. His channel is A Sheep. Thank you. I've asked a million times what that damn channel was, and no one wanted to tell me. Thank you for letting me know that, Red River, because I've heard a lot about the water guy. And I will check out his channel. And thank you very much for letting me know that. I uh, well, I was there where I could be. Also, outside of not being there, I could do. Uh, Tried to help where I could help. If anything, be support. That's all I could do right now. My money situation says I can't do much more than that right now. Uh, but I try to do what I can and be there for support where I can. I love all our auditors. But that, I try to do what I can do for myself too, uh, to help the community. Because I love our auditors, I love our people, um, and I got nothing but respect for y'all. You know, I know what you do going out there auditing is putting your personal life on the line every time you audit. Uh, and I'm talking personal finances, your personal freedoms, your personal life, because I know people who have lost their jobs because they got thrown in jail and things like that. That's a lot to say there. That y'all are willing to put all that stuff on the line uh, every time you go out and audit. Uh, that that's fucking awesome to me. You know. Same here, Red River. Uh, my lack of money, it hurts me some, but I am definitely there in spirit. You know, uh, and I can tell you now, I ain't gonna be broke. Thank you, Fallen Bomb. I'm glad. Thank you for looking at it that way. Because I can tell you now, if I could have, I would have loved to have served them legal papers. Any one of them that does anything. Yeah, I've had my fair share of yeah, I understand that, Red River. Uh, you're right. Some do want more, but uh, the gas money situation would be great if anybody could help anybody that way. Wobbly, you ain't right. If I could pay for a ticket for you to come to the USA, I would do so, Wobbly, in a heartbeat. Um, and I wouldn't ask for you to pay me back or nothing either. Uh, yeah, I am too. I'm proud of him too. Yeah, I wonder how that happened, Tex. How you doing, bro? I'm glad to see you in here tonight. That generator has that generator's been a blessing, bro. I got to charge up 3 batteries, and now I got to charge up 3 batteries, and plus I uh, uh, got to have lights right now at night. So I understand that, Tex. There was another one of our fellow auditors right there, is Tex Vet. He had some of his shit stolen from him by them thieves in Leon Valley. Um, and good man right there. He's the one who also sent me this generator I'm using to have these lights. Uh, and that I love this generator. This generator's been a godsend for me and Jody both. So, you take care too, Tex Vet. You sleep well, bro. Have a good night. Yeah, he's the one who sent me that. He's the one who sent me this generator. Um, and all. And pillow talk. I But yeah, Tex Vet's an awesome dude, guys. He had he had his phone and things like that stolen by them Leon County thieves, or Leon Valley, not Leon County, excuse me. But them Leon Valley thieves, he had his phone stolen from him and all. Um, and so he went through a little bit of that nightmarish hell y'all went that Leon Valley decided to throw at us. But now we're finding out and understanding why. Yes, Leon Valley thugs. Yes. Now we're starting to understand why, though, now that things are coming more and more to light. These thugs, they are so corrupt, it ain't even funny. And I think it goes even further than just the police department, if you ask me. Yeah, you all did. I mean, you were... God was watching out on you on that one. He had to been to pull you out when he did, so you didn't have that shit go down on you. But yeah, see, yeah, Jen, I was glad to hear that, or see that too, you know, that he was able to get that shit on him and all. But I can tell you this, I still think it's more than just the cops, though. Red River, you seen what the community did for everybody else and how quick we responded. The community would have helped you get your car out, bro. But the chief there thought it would be thought it'd be prudent to tell everybody he was being nice and not impacting any cars, and no cars got towed that day. Honestly, I don't think it was the chief. I think Baines Towing told him to go fuck off. He wasn't doing that again because of the shitstorm that hit him. Yeah, the community jumped to action so it wasn't even funny. The actions the action of our community was fucking. You know, the last time I seen action like that was in a Native American community. When the Native American community when that I grew up in, uh, one of our guys got stolen off the reservation and put in a jail under false accusation. And we went into action and we got him back. You know, got paid his bail, got him out, uh, got him got him back on the reservation, and then we protected him so they couldn't come back and steal him again after that. But they came on sovereign land that which the reservation is sovereign land. Uh, so they had no reason to come on there uh, without permission, and they did it without a warrant. They did it without permission or anything else, and so they stole him. And we went into action just like what this community did to get him back. So. That's a different Native American community. That's up there that's up there on the close to the Pine Ridge Reservation and all that. Um, but I did watch it closely because they have helped us in the past down here in Florida. Um, so I watched it closely and did help where I could help there. Um, I knew I hope they get that. Yeah, Pine Ridge is they are Lakota Sioux. I'm Muskogee Creek here in Florida. They're over there in the Central Plains and a little bit even in what they call the West. So, but we help each other out, though. I'll tell you that now. Oh wow, cool. I need to take a look at that too. Uh, but yeah, we Native Americans do try to stick together as much as we can. Try to help each other out where we can. But we are separate entities, and that's just the way we are on that. But this community worked just like they did to get a ball rolling, you know. And the way it went, you know, Native American communities, at least ours, was very poor. Okay, we didn't get. Everybody says, "Oh, Native Americans have casinos." Not all Native Americans have casinos and bingo halls and all that. Okay, that's a myth. A lot of the bigger ones do. Not all of them do. Uh, um, and our community was very poor. Some people only had change in their pocket to spare, you know. Um, but you know, it all adds up. A dime is one dime closer to getting something done. You see what I'm saying? It don't take hundreds and hundreds of dollars from one person. Sometimes a whole dime could go is one dime closer to getting what we need done, and it all adds up. And that's how we did it with our community. Not one of, I don't think any of us, when that gentleman got stolen off the reservation, uh, I don't think one of us put over $100 in the kitty to get him back. So that's the way it goes. But that's the way it should be done. Yeah, yeah, there you go. uh, uh, I didn't have to watch. I didn't have to watch anything about an illegal land grab. I was in the middle of a controversy with an illegal land grab. Thank you, Red River, for that. I know that's a hard row to hoe. Uh, Native Americans ain't even considered people still yet today, in as far as the United States government goes. They fall under the Department of Natural Resources. So Native Americans are just considered a natural resource. They ain't even considered human now. Still yet. And that's been hundreds of years now that they've considered them non-human. But at least we did graduate from being animals to a natural resource. I guess that's a step in the right direction. So There's something that people don't understand about Native Americans. All fall under we're all natural resources. But that my uncle was on George Bush Senior's cabinet. He was actually in his cabinet for Native Americans, and trying to get things done. Uh, well, uh, uh, we damn it, man. Them cocksuckers made him lose his job. Fuck. Damn cocksuckers. Sorry, that just infuriated me. But they're going to get theirs in the end, I do believe. Uh, Damn dirty cocksuckers is what they are. They're some dirty cocksuckers. I hope I hope the fucking sheriff knows and understands his days are fucking numbered. He better enjoy what he's got while he's got it. Yes, they are, Wobbly Boost. Karma could be your best friend, but karma could also be a bitch. Uh, so, I think that's why I always tried to live my life as good as I can. I don't like karma being a bitch to me. I'd rather it be my best friend all my life. So, and I will probably be standing here cheering on my boat when I get to see that karma and that truckloads of karma smack people right in the eyes in the LVPD. Oh, Wobbly Boost, I'm pretty sure that's how it is because he ain't even fucking certified to be in that job. He ain't he ain't finished his schooling that he's supposed to have, and then he tried to cheat on the schooling he did do. I mean, that's why he got the name Officer Sticky Note. Yeah, I want all the good karma I can get coming to me, Red River. I don't. I don't want no bad karma. Bad karma is never fun, you know. But yeah, Officer Sticky Note. That's pretty damn sad. He's so stupid he couldn't even study for his exam to pass his exam, and then they put him in there where he's at. Uh, that shows you. That's why I also think it goes higher. Part of the reason I think it goes higher than just the police department. I think it goes into the mayor's office and even the city council's office. But also, the city council quit accepting phone calls, and so did the mayor. That's another reason why I think it goes as far as them as well on the corruption. So hopefully things get done to where they're gone as well. Uh, because that shit needs to happen too. Uh, and hopefully their people will understand that it was the mayor and their city council that put that piece of shit into the position he was in, uh, and get rid of idiots that are willing to do that, because what's going to happen? Okay, well, this is what if they don't get rid of the mayor and their city council that put him there, they're going to sit there and say, uh, uh, right, you're right, Red River. But if they don't get rid of that mayor and that city council that put a tyrant in there and was willing to leave him in there knowing the community was being harassed and everything else by this fucking tyrant, uh, needless to say, even if you get rid of Chief Sticky Note, they'll put another tyrant in there that's just as bad, if not even worse than the one that we just got rid of. So they got to get rid of the whole problem, and I hope they understand that and work on getting rid of that whole problem, and I hope the community there understands that. So, Later, Jen. You try to have a good night. Sleep well, hon. We love you too. Get that youngin' to bed. But yeah, you're right on that. You're right on that wobbly boost. Um, yep, when public officials shut communications, it's a siege situation. The enclave pulls up the drawbridge. You ain't kidding on that, and that's exactly what the frick they did. They cut all communications to the outside world. Um, on this especially why this situation's going. Um, they don't want to have to deal with it. Either they don't want to have to deal with it, or they're afraid to deal with it. Uh, um, and they should, if the community stands up for what's right, they should be more afraid of it than ever now, because this could cost them their job, because people are not going to vote them back in. If the community was smart, that's what they would do, and never vote for them. No one vote for them. They lose by landslides. You know, is what needs to happen to them particular people. And all. So I hope the community understands it was them that put this problem that they're having now in their laps. And it's going to cost that community millions of dollars. I think you're right, Red River. Many will be out of a job. And that chief blatantly broke law after law after law after law after law after law. Um, and then broke them laws many times over on top of it. Um, and uh, and after hearing what Now Houston said that they had evidence of the police talking about committing murders, or thinking about committing murders. I am damn glad James was smart enough to take that gun that they stole and report it stolen to the FBI. So now the repercussions can come back on him for that gun if it's used in a possible murder they might commit. You know. Yes, he reported that gun stolen to the FBI. So, which was very smart on his in his defense, which was very smart for him, because now they cannot use that gun to commit a crime and say, "Oh, this was James Freeman's gun. We need to go arrest him." Okay? I'm glad he was smart to do that. So. Because it's guns like that they use to do their dirty work with, and then they blame it on another person. You see what I'm saying? And that's how that works. I have seen where few cops lost their jobs and things like that for doing, I've seen a couple of them go to jail for doing just what I was talking about. They went to the evidence locker, grabbed a gun out of the evidence locker, used it in a commission of a crime, and generally that was to kill a person. And they tried to frame the person that owned the gun with the murder. So, and don't think they won't do that. They will do that. I would not doubt they were hoping to do that, Wobbly, at all. I would not doubt it at all. That's why that gun was when James called about his gun and it being missing. At first, no one knew where that gun was. At first, then when he called the FBI and reported it stolen, all of a sudden his gun showed up, and they still have it as evidence. Okay. It took an FBI deal to get that gun to show up. Okay. They were trying to tell him no one had it at first. They didn't know where it was. So, glad James was smart, and very smart. Well, guys, I hate to cut out, guys. I'm getting tired. I'm about ready to hit the sack. It's probably almost 12 o'clock. Actually, it's almost 12:30. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. You ain't kidding, Wobbly Boost, on that. You ain't kidding at all on that. But I hope y'all, when y'all go to bed and all, enjoy your evening. And Wobbly, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all have a great day and a good night. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. If not in a live stream. Yeah, you ain't kidding on that, Wobbly. And I love y'all. And y'all take it easy. I'm out of here. And if not in live stream, I'll talk to y'all in chat. There you go, Wobbly. I wished I was. But good night, guys.